Hi, this is Highbridge Motorhomes Devon branch, but today we're not at the Devon branch, we're not at the Bath and West show, we're not at the Exeter show, the Dusseldorf show, but we're at Birmingham NEC show on the Adria Stands. We're doing some stand videos of the stands we're working on, and I'm going to be on the Adria Stand for a week, which is where I normally work. I love Adria, so we'll have a little look around, see what's here. We've got a brief snippet of this at Dusseldorf. And this is the all new Volkswagen Crafter based Adria Compact Max DL. So it takes the layout of the best selling Adria Compact Supreme DL on the Fiat, parallel sofa front lounge, twin single beds, makes a big double over the garage, but puts it on a Volkswagen Crafter. So it goes a little bit bigger, 2.4 long, 2.17 wide compared to the 2.1 of the Fiat based compact, so it's a little bit longer, and this will be on the heaviest chassis as standard to give you a decent payload, so it's not available at 3.5 tons. So looking very good in silver. Have a look inside today, Adam. It's all good. So we've got full leather seating in this one. That is a cost option, so it's very similar to the Fiat based one. So we've got panoramic front skylight, we've got the new plastic cabinet work, which are 25% lighter for better payload across the range. You lose a window there, so you get 2 windows in the Fiat, only 1 in this, but it still maintains a lot of light, to be fair. This is a left-hand drive display model, but obviously production ones will be right-hand drive and have an oven, so you won't have 2 of those cupboards there, you'll have an oven. And then you've got the 2 burners, little square sink, brushed aluminium style splashback, leatherette, Isofix. You've got 2 seat belts here, so these both can convert into forward facing seat belted seats. To the back, very wide for a narrow van, so it's 18 centimetres narrower than the Corals, but despite that you've got very wide side single beds which you can pull together with the infill there to make a large double. There's 2 fridge options, so they're all 12 volt, so this is the smaller one, and the smaller one gives you the wardrobe underneath, but I think most people would probably go for the bigger fridge because it's quite a cheap option, and that will come down to there, and you've still got plenty of wardrobe hanging space underneath the beds which you can access from above there. Swing wall separate shower, as Adria have used for a while. Very, very smart. And we've got all this new black, sort of matte black charcoal taps and handles, which is very, very popular. Opening window, and this one's got the factory fitted optional roof light. So it's about 15 grand more than the equivalent Fiat based one that's a bit smaller. So I don't know, you got to love Volkswagen, haven't you? But plenty of people do. So there will be a market for it as a slightly bigger narrow van. Stunning looking van outside, to be fair. That's the starting price, 95. By the time you add your packs and things on, I'm guessing they're going to be coming in around the 105 mark. A lot of that extra price is down to that VW propelled unit. Massive garage still. You can get the SP with a shorter van with a transverse bed, the SL with the single beds and the half dinette instead, but the DL with a parallel sofa lounge is always the winner. So having a look at the other things on the stand, we've got the best selling Adria Twin Supreme 640 SGX, which has been the best seller every year since it came out back in 19. We've got some changes at the back here, so the mattress is one piece. Oh, why did he put the headrest there? Because everybody would sleep longitudinally on this. Press a button, bed goes up, can stop at any height, can go all the way up to the ceiling, or to the cabinet work anyway. And then you've got massive storage underneath. I don't know if the bed will be turned on. Yes it is, you can see there, that will take the bed up and down. Single gas locker for an 11 kilo gas bottle, loads of spare room. You can get a slide out tray back here to fully empty your load space, which is kind of a cool idea. I love these, I'd have one of these if I could afford it. This one's in iron grey, that's my favourite colour, and they're all of course on the new shape Fiat Ducato with a new front end, 140 or 180 brake manual or auto. 140 auto is the sweet spot. This one's got leather vast inside, which is a is a cost option. Really nice, but standard upholstery is really, really nice as well. Get 10-inch infotainment system, that's new for this year. You also get an opening, I believe, front skylight. Yeah, so you can slightly open the front skylight, that's new for this year. And of course Adria have got the biggest skylight around. Isn't that fantastic? Also new for this year is a new table, so you can remove this part of the table and put it underneath there, which is really good. And if you want a third bed, you can have this van as a sport, and that adds a pop top to the roof. But if you want a third bed in the tin top, in the past you had like a contraption that filled in this space. Now you've got a blow up mattress thing, Bob, which is really good. It is really good. You have to look at the pictures to sort of see it, but it fills in this area, including the cab seats, to make a sort of kid size doubly singly beddy thing. That's very smart. Still get the oven. It's a bigger oven. Look at that, oven and grill combi. That's really, really good. And you still get the swing wall, separate shower, and like the compact, you can have a full height fridge, or you can have the smaller fridge with the wardrobe underneath of it. So there's one of most layouts on here. So you've got the Mercedes based Coral 670 DL, as with all Corals. Corals means it doesn't have the front drop down bed. Matrix do. You've got parallel sofa front lounge on the Mercedes, the premium coach built, offering flat double floor throughout. Single beds over the garage. You can get this with an island bed as well. Full width bathroom, habitation aircon, massive fridge freezer, all the stuff you'd expect on the Mercedes, and that will bring it in at an extraordinarily large amount of money, 132,000 with all the bells and whistles. It is a very premium van, but it's up there with anything else you're going to find on the market, from Hymer, Carbe, everything like that. So the Sport, so any of the twins like the SGX, you can have it as a Sport, and that adds this roof to the top of it. This is a 600 Sport transverse bed across the back, which of course you can also get as a Supreme without the pop top, all exactly the same underneath. And final twins, the SLB, which is just like the SGX, but instead of having the raisy lowery rear bed, it's got longitudinal single beds with a lift out centre part. Now Pete, my colleague, who's come out of retirement, has been threatening on buying one of these for years. He's working on the Adria Stand all week, so if you see Pete from Highbridge on the Adria Stand at the NEC, tell him to go and buy the SLB while he's here, because he really wants one. He's just too scared of his wife. However, we're going to work on him. So this is just like the SGX. This is the standard upholstery which you get with the SGX. Really, really nice, or with any Adria. So you can remove this part of the table, that bit stays there as a cup holder. That's very clever. Isofix is standard on all Adrias. And this is the difference, just the bed is the different bit basically. So if you don't need the raising lowering function, have it like that. You can remove the centre bit if you like, and you gain 2 extra rear cupboards. Heating on the SGX is diesel powered, save space underneath because they've made that bit wider. Heating on the other twins has moved to diesel electric as standard instead of gas and electric, to move away from reliance on bottled gas, which is very, very sensible. So we've got a Fiat based coach built here. Now we've got some of these left on special offer. This is a Supreme 670 DL at 102. We've got one exactly the same as this for 94,995. In fact, with slightly more spec than this, back at base on special offer. So if you're interested in one to grab a deal, have one of these. 94,995, 2024 model, delivered in July, and that's available straight away, but we've only got one. So again, same idea at the back, longitudinal, big comfy single beds, steps up the middle, massive separate shower one side, bar toilet and washroom the other side, kitchen with an oven, good bit of worktop, comfy parallel sofa front lounge, 140 brake feature Cato. Only difference is the one we've got in stock has got the old cab with the 9-speed ZF instead of the 8-speed Japanese torque converter gearbox, and ours has got the 7-inch instead of the 10-inch stereo. Apart from that, and it's got the old grille on it, which some people would say is actually a little bit nicer than the new grille, but I think this front end's definitely gonna grow on us. So that's this half of the stand. So that's the compact Max DL, 7.3 metres, parallel sofa front lounge. This is the compact Supreme DL. It's been our best-selling Adria for years, best-selling Adria coach built. Super narrow body, 2.1 wide, almost the same as the cab itself. And this stays more or less the same for this year. It's obviously on the new Fiat cab, which gives you the 10-inch infotainment system and the new grille and the 8-speed gearbox. But it's very similar to the Volkswagen one, isn't it? I mean, I'm struggling to overtly see where you can kind of feel it's a little bit narrower, but if you're buying a compact van, well, that's the point. It's compact, isn't it? But I suppose the Max is still a lot narrower than a coach built. But this is 7 centimeters narrower than the Max on the Crafter. You got an extra window. I think the sofas are a little bit longer, maybe on the Max, and maybe a little bit deeper, but it's hard to tell. There's not a lot of difference, to be fair. Kitchen's same. This is what the Max kitchen will look like with the oven. Rear bed at the back there. Same bathroom. It seems to have some old colours to it. This has got the chrome taps. Okay. Yeah, apart from that, same thing as the VW based one really, and these starting at 78, so it's about £18,000 less starting price. This one with all the bells and whistles that people probably have, coming in about the 88 mark, and there's not a lot you have to add to that. Importantly, it's 3.5 tonne with a 568 kilo payload, which is very, very good, to be fair. So you can see why these are so popular. In fact, once I'm old and I've grown out of my SGX, which I'll never be able to buy, this will be the next one on my never going to be able to afford it list. But if I could, I definitely would. Sonic DL. So this is much like the Coral DL coach built, but it's a fully integrated van, an A-class, so it carries the width all the way to the front. So we've got some of these on special offer as well, which we'll talk about in a moment, back at base. So Fiat based, parallel sofa front lounge. Notice how the kitchen's deeper than on the compact ones. Beautiful bedroom, look at that. These are study vans. How nice is that? But very much same idea again. Nice place to be. Fully integrated van, so it's got the electric swing down front bed. Now, we've got these on very special offers. So this one here, 136,245. We've got one with the same spec, bar the air conditioning, which we could fit, which we've discounted to 119,995, which is saving 16 and a bit £1,000 over this one. So even if we fit your habitation aircon, excuse me, it's saving you £14,000, and it's the same. It's basically the same van as that. So do speak to us about what we have. If you can sort of pick one up in the next couple of months or so, speak to us about what we've got there. Next one along, this will be a Matrix, I guess. Yeah, Matrix Supreme 670 SC. We don't tend to order these with the L-shaped lounge. We prefer the parallel sofas, but the Matrixes are the same as the Coral, but they give you a front drop-down bed. And then the big Supersonic LC. We've not got one of these, but we've got the Supersonic DL. I think we've got a Supersonic. Anyway, let's work out which one we've got. Supersonic. Oh, I don't know. We've got one anyway. So this is the tag axle range topper. And again, if you're interested, come and speak to us. We'll stack you up a top deal on the one that we have, but it's not this layout, but it'll give you this sort of ambience, and it's just massive for those who want the ultimate in space. Wow, look at that. That's not just a shower. That looks like a sauna. That's fantastic. It's got a bench in it, sauna style. How cool is that? That's really smart. Yeah, textured carpeted wall finish. I like that. I love the backlighting. That's very, very smart. Curved cabinet work. Yeah, really cool. And we're agents for Niesman and Bischoff, and this feels like one of them, but for £70,000 less. Based on the Mercedes as well. Tag axle Mercedes with the Alco chassis. So that about covers it. We'll have a quick squiz around Sun Living. There's one final panel van over there. What is that one? It's quite big, the Adria Stand. It's just a little bit spread out. It's a twin sports SLB. That's the same as the van with the single beds, but with a pop top on the top. Exactly the same part from that. And a Matrix SL, which we won't bother looking at. Let's have a little look at the Sun Living. Sun Living back in the UK. They had a 1-year hiatus last year, been relaunched. Sun Living are built in Novomesto on the Adria production line, but they're a plainer, more simple brand. And there's a lot to be said for them. You know, they've got everything you need, and you get the same build quality as £100,000 plus Adria, but you're getting it for 70,000 or 75 with all the bits. So they do a whole range of coach belts based on your choice of Ford or Fiat. This one with all the bits and bobs is 76, and it's built by the same people who build, as I say, the £130,000 Adria, and then in the afternoon they'll be building one of these. So parallel sofa front lounge, manual drop down front bed, single beds over the garage, got a constructible separate shower, and yeah, they've smartened them up a little bit this year. New graphics, black taps. This is on the new Transit with the 8-speed, 12-inch stereo, 7-inch all digital dash. Fantastic. Like this upholstery. Tell you what, they've come on a long way, to be fair. They were like super basic but very well built, and now they're not super basic. They're still simple but reliable. That's pretty decent, to be fair. So there's a whole range of different layouts of those, even the big bunk bed one, which is always popular, the 70 DK. I don't see many bunk bed vans out there, but for those who want a great family van, 70 DK gives you that. Loads of space, flat floor pretty much, adult sized bunks to the back. These are always good sellers, to be fair. So for a rental company, very popular rental vans, or for a family van, 70 DK's worth a look. So anyway, I'll be on the Adria Stand all week. When you're going to see this video, I'll probably get it uploaded tonight, and you might see it Wednesday. Do come and see us. You can give me a call. It's direct on the mobile if you're at the show, interested in anything we sell, and that's Showson, Eldis, Swift, Deathless, Dreamer, Rapido, Wild Axe, Heimer, Niesman Bischoff, who aren't at the show, Ariba. We've got people on most of those stands, and I'm happy to help answer any questions on 07432 662 558, and give James a ring at base on 01626 683 792, or check us out on highbridgecaravans.co.uk. Thank you very much. Goodbye.